Hey guys, welcome back to this series on John Butler's Ocean. This is part 8 and we're getting really close to the end. One more to go after this. So let's get into it. We will have just finished on our really difficult strumming part. And we end on that down strum as I showed you in the last tutorial, and that's where we end on. So we're going to play that pattern heaps of times through, so you'll learn it pretty quickly, but it does take a bit of time to learn. So you start on your 3rd fret of the 1st string. We're not plucking at all with our strumming hand. So starting on the 3rd fret, pulling off to the open 1st string, 4th fret of the 2nd string, pulling off to the 2nd fret of the 2nd string, pulling off to the open 2nd string, hammering on to the 4th fret of the 3rd string, and now we're pulling off there, but you hear that it's not just the 3rd string, it's the 2nd string ringing out as well. So I'm flicking both of those strings at the same time as I pull off, and then I'm hammering on to the 2nd fret of the 2nd string, pulling off, 4th fret of the 3rd string again, and then pull off as you hit the 2nd string as well. So all together. And so you're just going to repeat that a huge amount of times. And it's pretty hard on your fingers, and it is hard to keep the rhythm going, but it is great once you get there. So it's worth the practice with a metronome. So once you've got that down, that last strum will end on. So you play it through 4 times, and then on the start of the next bar, so 4 bars, and then on the 5th bar, we're going to do one of those hits on the right next to the bridge, so at the base of our strings. And one more hit. So you'll play that one through 3 times, so 2 hits in between, and then after that last set of 4 bars, we're going to go back to our hammer-ons with our strumming hand on the 6th string. So we're going to start on the 7th fret this time, then onto the 9th fret, then onto the 5th fret, and play it again. So, like this. So every single time that we hammer onto that 3rd fret of the 1st string, we're hammering onto a note on the 6th string. So you play that through 2 full times, so 2, and then you'll move on to a new pattern. So keeping this one going. So there, in that change of pattern with our left hand, it's going to be. So that's hammer onto the 2nd string, 4th fret, pull off, hammer onto the 5th fret of the 2nd string, pull off to the 4th fret, pull off to the open 2nd string, hammer onto the 5th fret of the 3rd string, and you're pulling off there but also flicking the 2nd string open as you go. So that's hammering onto the 4th fret of the 2nd string and then pulling off, and then hammering onto the 5th fret of the 3rd string and pulling off and hitting the 2nd string as you go. So similarly to the one before, it's a bit of work to get that up to speed, but you do get there, and it's really beneficial when you can get there. So same pattern with your right hand. So at this point so far, we've played through. Same thing again, repeat that. Then the 3rd one we go through. Then back to our original. And then as we finish up, we're going to go. So you're playing this one through twice. So 2 notes while you're playing it through on each one as well. And then we're going to move on to a new little pattern. So on our last one, we're going to go. So that's all open strings: 6, 6, 2, 3, 6, 6, 2, 3, 6, 2, 6, 6, 2, 3, 6, 6, 2, 3. And then we'll play like this. So that's on our 4th fret of the 3rd string, hammering onto the 5th fret of the 3rd string, and then plucking the 2nd string open straight away. Then we're going to pluck the 4th string, and then taking our middle finger off the 3rd string, so back onto the 4th fret. So we've gone like this so far. So there we're playing 3rd, then 2nd string. So that same pattern. So hammering onto the 5th fret and then playing the 2nd string, and then back down to the 4th fret and same thing. So like this from the start. So then 4 times from there you'll play 6, 6, 2, 3. And then you're going to play. So that's the same as before: 3rd string, 4th fret, hammering onto the 5th fret, and then playing 2nd string open. Open 3rd, hammering onto the 4th fret, 2nd string, 3rd string, 2nd string. So it'll be like this. Sliding down to the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, 2nd string open. That's open 3rd, hammering onto the 2nd, and then 2nd string. Sliding up to the 4th, then 2nd string open again. So from there it's... So there we're playing open 3rd, hammering onto the 2nd fret, and then hammering and then pulling off. So we're going to go. Then we're going to pluck the 2nd fret of the 4th string, then the open 2nd, and then the 6th string as we pull off there on the 4th string to the open 4th string. So we go back to that 6, 6, 2, 3 pattern. So from the start of that, it's going to be. So that's 4 times through. Then we're going to go. So that's. So hammer onto the 4th fret of the 3rd string, slide up to the 5th fret, and play an open 2nd. Then open 3rd, hammer onto the 4th, open 2nd. So that one's a little bit tricky, especially as you have to play the same note so many times, but it's... So hopefully that's not too difficult to get. You're only playing the 2nd and 3rd string, And even just from the sound of it, you should be able to get there. So you'll play that 4 times with your middle finger on the 5th fret of the 3rd string. 6, 6, 2, 3. So that's 6, 6, 2, 3, and there you have your index finger on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string, ring finger on the 4th fret of the 3rd string. And that's a similar pattern to what we played before, 6, 6, 2, 3, 6, 6, 1, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to add your middle finger onto the 4th fret there. And there you're going to take off your ring finger right near the end there of the 3rd string, and it'll be open 3rd. So from here it'll be. And here it changes up every single time, but you should be able to get the hang of it. So the second time we play it through, it's going to be. So after we play that pattern through 2 times there, you're going to add your ring finger onto the 3rd string, so that's the 4th fret. So this one's a bit different again. 2 times through of the 6, 6, 2, 3, 6, 6, 1, 3. And then we're going to go. So keeping that pattern going, but we're taking off our index finger from the 2nd string and we're sliding up to the 5th fret of the 3rd string. So like this. And bringing our index finger back. And then our middle finger in. So like this. And then hold this for a while, then both at the same time. Release that middle finger. So then we'll go. We'll play it 8 times. So it's a bit faster here, and we're going straight onto our middle finger. Our ring finger, sorry. So there we've played it through 4 times of this one. And on the 4th time, halfway through, we're going to strum as we lead into the outro. So it'll be like this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So this one you go, and then into the strum, and that'll take us into the outro, which is part 9. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Again, we're nearly there, one more tutorial to go. There's about 40 seconds left of his song, which is really exciting. Hope you're mastering it, and don't forget to go back to the older sections for some of the hardest stuff that you haven't been able to master yet. Take your time with it. It does take a long time. It took me ages to learn, but it is well worth it in the end. So I hope you've enjoyed it. See you soon.